views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Stay. A-line. What we said? Stay. A-line. What we said?
Stay.
Ready, set, goes.
A-line.
Ready, set, goes. Ready, 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 set, go. Oh, 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 Hello. Drum roll again to that. Welcome to the Stay in Your Pad. I said stay in your pad. Oh my God, you need to stay in your lane.
With the way it's raining, you might want to stay in your pad.
But welcome to the Stay in Your Lane podcast. I'm your host, Samanta Harmond. I hope you guys is doing amazing. Today is Tuesday, November the 2nd, and this interview will be brought to you on December the 4th. So watch out, look out. It's going to be coming to you Thursday. I know y'all been waiting. I haven't done an interview in a minute. Yeah, I love to hear my voice though. But I hope you guys went out and check out the latest episode. It's a personal episode and it's about, the title is when you feel like you fall off. You understand what you need to do, how you need to get back into it and different things. So I hope you guys go out, check that out. It's on YouTube at SLAOESSEX. And also follow the podcast page on YouTube and Instagram at stay_in-your-lane podcast. So Thanksgiving has just ended and you already know, guys, we are less than 30 days away from the end of 2025. But enough of that. We're going to come back to that and talk to that. But today I have an amazing, handsome young man in the studio with me today. And I will be definitely getting into some things for him to share his story, like who he is. Yeah. So with no overdue, I just want to introduce, teach me how to Dougie. Hey, teach me how to Dougie. Hey, teach me how to. But his name is Douglas. He's a musician. He's also a student at Essex County. He's learning the piano. He is a fascinating human being, and I'm going to allow him to give you guys the perfect introduction of who he is. Welcome.
Oh, the kindest. Thank you so much, Samantha.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a rainy day.
It is, but we just had Thanksgiving, and there's a lot to be thankful for. And
there is a lot to be thankful for. So introduce yourself. I don't know if I did a good introduction.
I think you did fantastic. No, that's definitely true. I am learning to play piano. This is my second year at Essex, so this is my third semester. And I started playing piano last year here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, officially. And I'm like picking it up. It's actually going really well. But my native instrument is guitar and bass guitar. And so that's what I've always kind of defined myself with, is being a musician, playing guitar, playing in bands for like 20 years, jazz, rock, everything. So, yeah. Wow. That's my
20
passion.
years jazz?
Yeah. So not to like out myself, but I'm 34 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just a little bit older than me. You're not
just
that older than me. Just like one year. I'm 33.
Oh, okay.
So you're not that old.
We're close in each. Actually, that is such a great relief. Well, it's because I was so like conscientious about returning to school so many years later, and I was like, I'm gonna be older than everybody there. But it's awesome whenever I meet people who are in my age bracket and are still, pursuing.
Isn't
education.
it? Do you feel like it's how can I put it? Do you think it's the pressure of the world and the stigma around that?
I do.
Is what create that anxiety within us and feeling like, okay, we're too old to go back to school?
It is. I think that there is an underlying or undercurrent of ageism that exists, and it is perpetuated by society. But I've learned since I've come back to school that there are people in their 60s, 70s, and they're still attending classes. They're doing their thing, getting up and it's the pursuit of, you know, bettering themselves. I think that's the most phenomenal thing. So I'm like, ditch the stigma,
Yes.
get out of bed, go out and pursue it. But yeah, I'm kind of like discarding that. I'm learning, you know, 30 is the new 20s.
It's not 30 is the new 20. Listen to me.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
clap for that. Let's clap for
Clap
that.
it.
Let's clap for that.
that.
Because it's like growing up, we feel like when people, I don't know what, growing up, people in their 30s, they just look older. I thought like they were like 50
In their
something.
50s, right? But now, but no
I
doubt,
thought they were like in their 50s, like they're so
wise
old.
and older,
No,
knowledgeable.
it's like you see somebody, you want to know something. You see somebody in their 30s, like you're in your 30s, I'm in my 30s, and we look like we're in our 20s.
I know.
But then some people in their 20s, they look like they should be in their 30s. Like, what's going on? What's happening?
Facts. No, that's so true. But yeah, I get that a lot. They're like, oh, so it's a wide range. They're like, oh, are you in your 20s or there's no in between. It's either are you in your 20s or do you teach here? Are you a teacher?
Ooh,
I get that
I get
all
that,
the time.
yes.
And I'm like, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm not a professor here yet. You know, maybe one day.
Wait. I love that. Yet.
Yeah.
You got to manifest. Put it out there.
That's so true.
Yet. You got to manifest it.
Yeah.
Not yet, but I'm on my way there.
I'm on my way there. We're all
Okay.
on our journey. We're getting there. So fun fact.
Yeah.
My younger brother, he's 9 years younger than me.
Okay.
He lives in Virginia, and he is a director of a musical institute. It's a conservatory. It's like a military school. And he is in charge of the entire music department there, which is so cool. But he's so young, and it makes me like, I should have been doing this. But everybody's on their own path, and that's what motivated me to pursue musical education. So I want to use what I learned here in Essex, my certificate. I want to go to a 4-year and pursue, so that way I could be a teacher or maybe even a director one day. So
let me ask you, because I love that you said that. You said two things, right?
yeah.
And one, you said that your little brother, who's younger than you, 9 years younger than you,
almost a decade, yeah.
he is the director of an institution, and
academy,
which is
I think,
academy. You know what, my accent is gonna make it.
Let me. That's a good one.
But he's the director of an academy. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
Because my accent be kicking me like, girl, get it together. But the next, which is amazing. The next part, the next thing that stood out to me that you said is within yourself, you felt like, oh my God, I should have been doing that. Like,
I did.
Why, you know? And then that's human nature to think about that. But then the third aspect that I will put in to like intertwine the two is that, isn't it amazing that it doesn't matter how old we are or young we are, we still can draw inspiration? Because even though you're young, you're older than your brother, yes, he's living a life that you envision yourself, but doesn't mean that you can't live it.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So it's like you are still drawing inspiration. Even though you're the bigger brother, he's an inspiration to you.
And I'll say that like majority of the younger classmates that I've interacted with, family members, my niece, my nephew, they're in their 20s, early 20s. And I'm like, wow, I have so much to learn from the youth. I feel like I always flip-flopped it. I was looking up to older people.
Yes.
But now I look up in both directions. I look neither up nor down. It's just I look outwards and I see like I can learn from everybody. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a direction. And I won't lie, my brother Kyle, I had a little bit of bitterness. I was like, oh man, he had the resources that I didn't necessarily have.
Yeah.
You know, he was able to go straight into a 4-year and then, you know, get his degree. And I didn't really have access to that at the time. But it took me a little bit, but I had to learn, okay, we can pivot. And his dream that he manifested, I can do the same. And it could be a shared dream. And now we have even more to connect, like a greater level to connect on. So it's going to just strengthen that relationship. So
I love that. You want to know something?
What's that?
That's your story that you were writing. You understand?
I am, yeah.
Each chapter, each page, you're writing a new phase. You understand?
True.
It's human nature to see someone, especially if it's family member and younger, reach a milestone that you have dreamt yourself, but didn't have access or resource in order to achieve that. Or maybe sometimes they didn't really have the full motivation or the push behind you to really push you to go for what you want.
True.
But it doesn't mean that you can't. And of course, sometimes resentment can build up within because you feel like this should have been me. Why is it him? Even though you're happy for him, you're feeling like you feel less than. And it's human nature. You
definitely.
understand? Some people make you feel like, oh no, you're jealous, you're this, you're that. No, it's not really that. It's just something when it comes to human. When we see someone achieve something, especially if it's our younger siblings, we feel like, say, we are unaccomplished if we haven't reached a milestone. But I love that you have spent time in understanding that he had certain resources that you didn't have. And it's okay. You're still living. You're still breathing. You can still congratulate him and be happy for him while you're celebrating him and still working on your milestone for where you want to go.
That's exactly right.
Because when you reach there, you're going to look back and be like, whoa, look at us.
Look at us. Exactly. That's so true. I think that I have like solved that wound. Like I've moved past it. I don't feel like there's a place in who I've become and who I am becoming to harbor any resentment. I think, especially talking to the audience out there, it's just not a good quality to have. I think jealousy is an ugly trait. I think the best thing that we can do for our own personal development and growth is to work through that, like dig a little bit deeper. And like you said, just find a means, because we're all collective.
Yes.
Our family, our community, we're all in this together. So if you're too busy crying over, oh, I didn't have this, I didn't have that, you're kind of missing out on an opportunity to do for yourself, to go out and acquire and then share. Because what you gain and you give back, you gain exponentially. It's like one of my professors, Dr. Kalfani, shout out to him. Some of you might take classes with him. He said, the best way to grow is to teach others. Like if you learn something and you just hold on to it, you could take it to the grave, but it's not real knowledge until you pass it on to others. And I think that's wrapping it back into my music educational prospects. That to me is like my North Star. I want to be able to acquire and then give back to other people.
And that's true. We can't be selfish with the knowledge that we gain. But also jealousy, resentment. I've went through a phase of resentment.
Really?
Yes, I've went through a phase of resentment. But you know what that does? It stifles us inside. It kills the joy within ourselves. While you're being resentful of someone that maybe did you wrong or someone that have accomplished something, they continue being fruitful. They continue accomplishing their goals and moving on while you're stuck in that resentment and you haven't really looked to the future. You're putting yourself back. You want to move forward, but you're pulling yourself back.
You're creating obstacles.
Yes.
And honestly, obstacles should only service one thing. I think obstacles should be our friends. They should be our opportunities to learn. But if you're creating challenges, the world has plenty enough challenges out there for you.
Yes.
The world is very oppressive. The world generally speaking, the world wants to hold us back.
Yes.
Because they can exploit and benefit. I don't want to get too political, but
that's fine.
I feel like that's, we don't need to create challenges for ourselves. Honestly, we should instead, like you said, like learn to find our own path and learn to move beyond that. So yeah,
and when you do unlock that path, because how long did it take you to realize that I'm happy for my brother? I can't be in this mood because a part of you is very happy for him. You understand? Yeah. It's just that as human, when we haven't accomplished something, we feel unaccomplished and we feel like we let down ourselves and other people. But how long did it take you to realize that I can change over my life? I can do, because I have the same dreams and goals. I could use his whatever he did, like get things from him to add to where I want to go. Because now I felt back then at his age, I didn't have the resources, but now I'm older, I could see what he used and I could use that to amplify me now.
Absolutely.
To get where I want to go. So when did that really
occur?
like hit you and said, Dougie, we gotta get it together.
Yeah.
We're gonna make something for our life.
I would say it happened probably the same year that I decided to enroll into Essex. So it's still a fairly new thing, but it was a long time coming. There were other things weighing me back. So I guess I could kind of set the stage. So prior to moving to New Jersey, I lived in Virginia for like 17 years.
Okay.
I moved there when I was 15. And then I had a really bad breakup, terrible breakup, and decided to move here to be with I have an older sister, older brother-in-law, niece, and nephew. And they had a vacant space in their house. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll move there and I'll create a new chapter. So I came here to create the new chapter, and I didn't know what it looked like. And I was so intimidated about school. But then I had a conversation with my sister, and she's the half-sister to both me and my brother.
Okay.
And she was the one who weighed in, and she was like, if education is something you want to do, go and do it. You have our support. Like, you have our support. We're there for you. And you can find it within yourself. And not like financial, but just like moral support.
Yes.
And then, that's what set the stage. And I learned very quickly. So I guess to answer your question, it occurred maybe like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say I moved here November of 2023. So that was about 2 years ago. And then I decided to come and enroll in Essex around May 2023. So,
okay.
Or 2024.
2024 last year?
Yeah,
okay.
last year.
And your sister was the one that gave you that boots of confidence.
Yeah, she's excellent. Her and her husband, the two of them are like, they're my biggest idols.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like my saviors in this whole thing. I don't know where I'd be if it weren't for them. So,
and that's what sometimes community or support, it's really a big thing with having someone in your corner that really, because sometimes we can see, I don't know why, but sometimes we don't see our full potential, and sometimes we be doubting ourselves and be feeling like we can't do something, or maybe be timid about what society might say and what my others might say. But then we have someone in our corner that say, listen, forget about the world. You understand?
Facts.
Like, go out there and do you. If this is something that's on your heart, if this is something that is on your mind, why do you care about what others gonna say when you're doing something that is gonna better off yourself? This is something that you wanna do.
Right.
You understand? So just go out there, do it. Don't care about the people. I think the next thing is that sometimes certain people that we thought was going to be in our corner to maybe support us, when they're no longer there, it demotivates you in feeling that you can't achieve something because you don't have that particular support.
Person. Yeah.
Yes.
That definitely was a big factor. And our father was kind of like that guy. But yeah. How much this is about me, or like I just wanted to ask, like, can you relate to that, like turning to support and you don't find the person there? That seems like a very human.
Yes, of course. So it's very human of that. And as I said, sometimes you're looking for support from a particular person and not realizing that you do have the support of the ones that really care about you, but you're so clouded with this particular person. It's good?
I think so.
Yeah, it's good. Particular person. I could definitely relate to that because I've gone through friendship and relationships. Yeah. And it's where my mind may be clouded at one point where I didn't have clarity. I have a good friend of mine. Her name is Sharian. It's my godson, my godson mother. Yeah. Okay. She's been in the military. She got a PhD and everything. Wow. Very close friend of mine. So I always say maybe we don't talk on the phone every day as we used to, but we are still close, you understand, because she's very close to my heart. But she has been a friend that always been there for me in every single way. She always like pushed me to go back to school. She's big on education and everything like that.
That's
like
amazing.
she see me, as what she always say, I see you up there, but I don't know why you don't see yourself up there.
And that's so relatable. That is so relatable.
But I always been a one like I had a few friends in my corner before that I have met her and everything like that. And I think I was too self-centered, like helping them and not realizing that I'm pulling myself back. And I was giving a lot to a certain of friendships. And even today when I look back and stuff, I feel like I wasn't 100% of I'm a genuine person and a good friend, but I felt like in certain areas I may have locked when it comes to her because she is a very great friend to me when I look back.
Yeah.
And it's weird sometimes, like last year, that's how I came into school last year, January. And that's after I went to I had a car accident and I did a third surgery last year. I lost my best friend. Not lost her like she died or anything, maybe in my life. But we ain't friends no more. You understand? That's a friendship of years.
Massive loss.
And
so sorry.
my fiance, we break up. She lives in England, whatever. Hi. And then it was just so much that I was going through. At the time, I felt like I needed those people for support because I didn't extend what I was going through to other people around me because I didn't want to burden them. So when I felt like I lost all the support, I literally lost everyone, and then I cut off what I need to cut off, and I was by myself.
That's so hard.
And I had to really be the voice because I'm always a person that always feel guilty with certain things. And my friend Sharon, she always be the one to like motivate. She will put the battery in your back.
That's
like, but she also honest
yeah.
would tell you like what it is.
Yeah,
you understand? I didn't feel, even now that I'm in school, I've never told her that I enrolled in school. But I think she knows.
Serious? When are you gonna tell her? This is long overdue.
I think she know, but I never had the conversation with her.
She'll
She
be
always
so happy when she
always tell me to go back to school and everything, but I had a goal you understand, like I always knew I was gonna go back to school. Like it's written in my journal from like 2013. I knew what I wanted to do, you understand?
Same timeline.
Yes, so it's like I knew that I was gonna go back to college and do what I need to do and things like that. But I think because I was so at the time I didn't express myself good, so I felt like I was misunderstood, and I felt like she didn't understand me, and I felt like she felt like I don't listen to her, but I listened to everything that she said. It's just maybe not on her timing.
Right, the timing sometimes doesn't line up like that.
But I take everything, so I could definitely relate to what you said. You know, having that one person in your corner that really boosts you after feeling that you lost the support of people that you were really looking for, and sometimes it's just the wrong people that we're looking for support from, and feel
for sure.
And then we feel like we don't have no support at all, and we do have support, and then we push away the real people that really want to support us and be there for us.
That's the worst. That's the worst, to alienate yourself or isolate yourself from people who genuinely care, trying to win approval of other people. I've been down that avenue, and it's not something I'm proud of. Like looking backwards, I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I push that person away? Only to find out. And if they're really meant to be in your life, they'll come back. I think they always come back.
Okay.
But I do think that other people are there for like a season or so. Especially I found the people that I was always trying to impress or trying to win their approval. Yeah. All too often, a lot of them weren't there for me when I needed that.
But you needed them. I think people like those, it's like they're there for maybe your good times, and when it's your bad time, it's like they're like, "Who are you? What's going on with you?" And then they disappear. Right. I think they're called fair weather friends. Have you heard that expression? I don't. No, I did not. But who? They need a name. Yeah, they do. They do need a name. But yeah, you're definitely right about that. And it's so funny when it comes to people like those. it's like, oh my God, something just popped in my head. So I forgot which play it is, but there's a play where Madia, and she described how friendship are for real. She's like, some people come in your life, and you know, when you have the tree, it's like you have the root.
Yeah.
Then you know, when the tree, it has, what you call it, the branch.
The branches.
Yes,
yeah.
And then the branches there, right? You have the
stems,
leaf, the stems,
leaves,
right?
Yeah.
And then you have the leaves. Some people, they come, you know, they blow too hard.
They're just
boom,
the
they're
leaves.
gone.
Yeah.
They fall off. You know,
but the trunk, I think the family, I think that's the family tree. I think that's what that is.
But the roots, you know, the one that still stand there, even when those leaves are gone and blow away, those are like the real friend, the real people. You understand? And I have pushed away a lot of friends too, like real people in my life. You understand? And it's because of, I would say, I'm not that same woman I was like a year or two ago.
Right.
I used to isolate myself and suppress certain things and just be in my head, just try to deal with things by myself to get stronger. But as I'm growing, no, we need a community. We need at least 2-3 person in our corner when we're going through something to be there for you.
I know that's right. Yeah, I've also had my bouts of just isolation. I'd be anxious and fearful of, like, I don't know, just the world. There's so many variables out there. You read the headlines on the news and all sorts of terrible things happen. And, but you're right. Like, at the end of the day, we all need a community. We all need it. Like, I don't think I would have a purpose. I don't think I would have any sense of, like, there'd be no reason to get out of bed every day if I didn't have the people in my community, in my life. And, that's currently, but I know down the road, like, my greater purpose is going to be music and education. Like, that's a huge factor, but currently it's like, I want to show up. I want to, the people who express that they believe in me, my family, and myself at the end of the day.
Yes.
I think, I think all of us should operate that way.
You got to show up for yourself.
Have to.
And I think whenever we stop showing up for ourselves, that's when we can't get up out of bed. Because we have to try to have that instinct motivation rather than, because everything else is outside, external. So we have to try to have that internal motivation. And I think once you find that, then it's like no stopping you. Every single thing else is just an add-on.
Yeah.
If you understand what I mean. Like, it's just an add-on. And then sometimes, for even like you or everyone out there, or even myself, I tell that sometimes you may lose friends or people in your life now, and then you feel like, oh my God. Like, for me, sometimes I feel like, oh, I need some new friends. Have lost, like, friends that I've been friends for years. Childhood friends, seen when I'm in my early teens, 20s, and now that I'm in my early 30s, and I look back and I'm like, Samanta, are you a bad person? It's like all the friends that I used to have, they're all, man, we are not friends no more. And I think that did build up a resentment in me. I'm not gonna lie, because when I look back, I'm like, all these people that I've helped and stuff, they're out here living their life, flourishing and doing their thing. Congratulations, I'm proud of them. But I felt like they sucked the energy from me. They sucked so much from me and taken so much from me. And just gone with it.
I know. I definitely know what you're talking about. It's like you invested in them.
Yes.
Like you became their platform. You lifted them up, and then they just, they take off. They just shoot outwards, and then they don't look backwards. They don't reach out. They're not worrying or wondering how you're doing, or they're not
they do you things, and then they turn you. They do you things. Because for me, my friendships, I cut people off. Like,
you have to.
I cut people off. I'm like good with the scissors these days. I cut people off, and it's just where it's like, and then I will just bear the earth within myself. But if you do me wrong, I'm gonna cut you off. It's just like that. And I've developed that type of mindset. So many of my friends that I have, it's so funny, I'm the one that cut all of them off because they did me something.
Yeah.
They did something.
Yeah. I understand exactly what you're saying. I've definitely been there. Like, it's like I feel like sometimes a friendship is, you have your little trial period, like you're getting to know each other, and there's a honeymoon phase, and you're getting to know each other, and everything is great in the beginning. But certain people, I'm not saying every friendship, but sometimes they have an expiration date. Sometimes they're there for like a year or two or however long, but then something happens, an experience occurs or whatever it may be, like something occurs and it's like, oh, this person either was never right for me to begin with, or we just grew apart, and that's okay too. Like that.
So you have friendship like that happened? I've had multitudes of those.
A few of them since I've come to Essex. There's one bad apple I can think of. He no longer attends here, but that's a funny story. Can I tell that one real quick?
Yes, you can tell the story.
Well, we met very early on. He was a music department student. I won't say any names because that would just be awful.
No names.
No names. But he was him and I got along really well. We both it was music. Music was the crux. And he invited me to his studio. He was a rapper and I would help the engineer make beats. It was really,
he's a rapper. My name is, I love music. Where I'm from, you don't know, but I love to be your friend. Okay, let's go.
So
that was bars?
That was bars. No, those are bars, Samantha. Those are really good bars. So, yeah. So he was just like also a bad influence army. He got into other things, extracurricular activities, and I was there as a means for him to get from point A to point B. I was driving him around and doing stuff, and it ended up being not so good, especially in the end. But what makes it ironic is, how do I say this? He got in trouble with the law, couldn't attend class anymore. Ended up, I don't know what ended up happening. He's on probation now. So here we are 3 semesters later. I'm still in the music department, never left. I'm playing with our ensemble, and we get invited to play at the Newark courthouse. Okay. So we're up there playing for a recovery. It was like a walk to recover event. Okay. Where people in the community were walking and trying to save or raise awareness and money for people who were like either drug users and he was there. Wow. But he wasn't there as a musician that was on the stage with us, which he should have been had he stayed the course. Yes. He instead was there because he was on probation. Probation for recovery. And it was so awkward. I was like, you could have been here with us. You could have been singing on stage. And he was like, yeah, I really wish. He expressed remorse. He was like, I really wish that I hadn't made those decisions. Yeah. And here I am. And he was one of those people that I think that if I hadn't cut that connection, that cord, when I did, I think it would have been really bad. Because he was magnetic. Like the things he got into were so enticing. And I think that's another thing. Like sometimes like the darker elements of life can be very, very seductive. Yeah. So I had to like kind of acknowledge like, oh, that doesn't work for me. I'd rather be lame. I'd rather be not cool or cool in my own way than go down a path that means like trouble with the law, trouble with this, that, the other. And plus, the reason why I'm here is because I want to make the people in my life and myself proud. I have a clearly defined direction, and I think the difference was that he didn't have that, and I was trying to lift him up. I was trying to an anchor so you can help him to guide him. Brother, be some guidance. But then I realized, I have to do some guidance for myself now. Yeah, it's be like that. I think peer pressure in friendship. It can come with that. Definitely. Especially if that friendship means a lot to you, or you feel a connection with that person. Like, absolutely. Because to me, I feel like not every friendship is the same. You understand? Some people you meet, you really feel a connection. You're like, okay, I want this friendship to be forever if I can. Yeah. You understand? And then they may be doing some things that you feel like, okay, maybe it may influence you to do the right thing if you're not self-aware. Absolutely. So if it's great that you were self-aware enough to know that,
instead of going down destruction lane, you swerve back. I'm like,
love the
no,
way you
that's
put
not
that.
a lane that I want to go into. That's
No,
not
it's
my
not.
lane at all. I got to
We
focus.
gotta stay in our lane.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got to stay in my lane. I got goals. I know what I want. And sometimes we make those hard decisions. It's not really, it's hard when you have to maybe say no or something to a friend because to them, they think it's a good thing.
Right.
But when you're firm in your belief and know what you want, as much as it's going to hurt or whatever, you just got to do what you got to do because time will always reveal itself.
It's so true. That's absolutely 100% true.
I love that. But oh my God, we are 34 minutes in, and I haven't even asked question from my list. I love that. But what's gonna happen is I'm gonna come back for a part 2 because we don't do too long.
Okay.
This is like a nice little episode. I wonder what we're gonna call this episode. What we're gonna call this episode? I want you to think of a name because I always ask my guests, what do you want me to call it? If we can't come up with something, then we'll come up with something together. But for everyone out there, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We're gonna be coming in for something more deep. This was like a little deep surface level.
So, yeah.
Understanding the background, but we're gonna come back for part 2 and just dive into who really is Dougie from the core, his inspiration, how he find his lane, his biggest challenges that he has faced so far, moving from Virginia, coming to New Jersey. You understand how does life look for him outside of campus in his future, because he has big goals and everything like that, the growth, the motivation, and give you guys some advice. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. And part 2 will be coming next week. So for now, my name is Samanta Harmond. And I always tell you guys what, if you ever fall back or fall down, please get back up. Because setbacks, it doesn't define you. It's only refine you. Okay, so see the kingdom, all that you wish for will be granted to you. This episode was amazing. Let me know what's your favorite takeaway from this episode. Dougie, do you have anything that you want to say before I end this?
Yeah, I think I love that the way you put that. Like, if you fall down, get back up. That's the biggest thing that I want to to emphasize.
I love that. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being the best part of Stay in Your Lane.
Thank you guys. Such a pleasure.
Stay in your lane. What we said? Stay in your lane. Oh, ready, set, goes. I have to say, you guys, start unknown, finish unforgettable. I see you guys in the next one. No, that's not the one. Why do I have that? I need to take that out.
The crickets.
Bye. Love you guys.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.